Hello, Potato, and welcome to Just Add Water Wednesday. It's the end of self-heating September, and I did say I had 2 self-heating items this year. Today we're going to have the second one. And we are again returning to our, I guess, new friends. I mean, well, it's parasocial. They don't know who I am. I paid for this, so I don't think we're friends. Anyways, we're returning to the folks at Zihaiguo for kimchi-style bibimbap self-heating rice. Now, this got my attention for a couple reasons in the shop. One, of course, the adorable mascot, but we addressed that last time when we had the Zihaiguo clay pot vegan chicken rice dish, which was quite tasty. But the other thing that got my attention initially, like from a distance, was the fact that it looks like it's in a giant freaking cauldron. So yeah, that got my attention. The little guy on the front certainly didn't hurt. But the other thing is, I've only had bibimbap a couple times in my life. Both times were pretty good. Neither time do I expect were terribly authentic. But the thing that attracted me to bibimbap is that generally you see it with a fried egg on top. And I'm very much of the persuasion that if you put a fried egg on something, that makes it fancy. Put a fried egg on a burger, fancy. Put a fried egg on some egg and rice. Well, I guess you wouldn't put a fried egg on egg and rice. That would just be egg and rice. But you put a fried egg on a rice dish, fancy. So, yeah, that's very much where I am with that. Now, I don't expect there to be a fried egg in here. I don't know how you do that. And indeed, I don't think there's any egg listed in the ingredients. I don't think this one's vegan. I mean, there's very little English on here. As you can see, it's pretty much all in Chinese. This is a product of China. I don't even know what the little guy is saying here. We do have, though, the North American label on the back. And this is 565 calories for the whole pot. It is a single serving. I believe it's going to have everything we need in here. Hopefully including utensils. Otherwise I'm going to grab some while it's cooking. Sodium is bad. 86% of your day. That is a really high, even if I love this, I don't think I'm going to be buying this again. But that kind of makes sense when I look at the ingredients. So we have a rice bag, which has, rice. Vegetable pack is corn, carrots, bracken, shiitake mushrooms. Not a fan, but maybe I'll eat around them, I'll probably try it. Soybean sprouts, water, and then a lot of different types of sodium, acid, and sulfites. Sauce pack is water, sugar, chili sauce, chili powder, cooking wine, soybean paste, garlic, MSG, and salt, both. Then got compound acid hydrolyzed vegetable protein seasoning liquid. So I guess that's like one of the amino acid sort of things. I don't know if the microphone's picking up, but there's a helicopter flying by. That's what that rhythmic noise you may be hearing is. And if you can't hear it, you I'm sure will hear it because it seems like it's getting closer. It's probably coming to get me because I have a dish with 86% of my daily sodium in it. Kimchi pack. We have Chinese cabbage, water, fructose syrup, chili powder, a lot of chili powder. This should be good for that. A lot of salt too, there's more salt. Garlic, green onion. Most people call them green onions, but they are really scallions. Onion, fish sauce, bonito flavoring. So that's probably why it's not vegan and it has bonito flavoring, which probably has actual bonito in it. And yeah, bonito powder. So that is what's keeping this from being either vegetarian or vegan, I guess. And then we have a seaweed pack with seaweed, sesame, corn oil, sugar, sesame oil, salt, sodium, glutamate. So yeah, there's sodium in everything in here except for the rice itself. For a lot of the helicopters, it's actually quite far away. All right, let's open it up. I legitimately thought that was his name because on the Bulldog it has a name for Toshi, I think, for the little chicken mascot, and I didn't realize because it's black on black until I got out here that there was more underneath it. I thought that's just saying his name. No, that's the best by date. I think as I was looking for one too, I thought maybe it didn't have one on here. All right, let's open it up and see what we get in our little blind box of food here. Get some landfill. Put that over there. I'm guessing the instructions been on the inside because I think that's the way it was on the other. Yep, here are our instructions. Put all ingredients into the lunchbox, put the heat pack underneath, wait to enjoy. Well, this show putting cold water in there too. It doesn't say it, but it shows it. And then nori makes taste better. So I guess we put that on last. Well, it says put all the ingredients in the lunchbox, but I actually think we're just putting in the staple food package, the drinking water, and the vegetable package. All the other stuff, the nori, the kimchi, the sesame oil, and the sauce all go in at the end. So you gotta read all the words. Note kimchi package, sesame oil package, nori package, sauce package need to be added after cooking. It's up there in tiny red printing. It's probably in large red printing if I read Chinese. And then we have, of course, have a QR code, which I haven't gone to because I don't have WeChat, and I probably wouldn't understand what it's saying anyways. But it does have some other English warnings here. Beware of Scald. He's a Marvel villain, right? Please do not use on the glass table. Not a problem. Please do not use or eat if package is expanded or damaged. Well, guess let's find out. Let's pop open our, I guess it's a lunch box, not a cauldron. It's got a nice big vent for steam on the top there. We have our drinking water, that's not puffed up. We have our rice, also not puffed up. We have a lovely metal cooking vessel. It's dented in the bottom, but that's fine. We've got a full-size spoon and some wooden chopsticks and a napkin. I don't think we had a napkin in the last one. This is I think this is a more expensive one though too. I'm gonna say this is the nori. It feels like nori. Well, that's gotta be our sesame oil. So put that's for the end. That, I don't know what that is. Could be the kimchi. Oh, and this one's not marked at all. Well, that's not ideal. I'm gonna guess this feels like this is our staple vegetable packet. So I'm thinking we're just gonna be putting these three in to start with. And these, okay, so that's nori, that's oil. So one of these has to be kimchi because that feels like the chunks in it are too big to be kimchi. I mean, I know kimchi, you can kimchi anything, it's like pickling, but this feels like cabbage and a lot of sauce. And then this feels like it's just sauce. It does say to add an egg and cook together to restore the Korean flavor. And I'm very tempted to do that. But I'm also very much a believer in that I should make these the way they come in the package to try them. I mean, an egg undoubtedly would make it taste better. It would give you more protein. What's the protein in this like? Protein is 14.9 grams, so that's not horrible. But it'll give you a little protein. There's our heating packet. So I'm thinking just to make the egg, I would just put it in, I would put everything else in and then crack the egg on top and then let it cook. Add an egg and cook together to restore the Korean flavor. So which means they're also acknowledging this is not a particularly authentic dish. I'm gonna go grab an egg because I am probably never gonna buy this again. And even though it does sort of go against the way I like to do these, which was like this. Okay, so that's right. Goes against the way I like to do these things. I want to enjoy this because this was like, I think 15 bucks. So I'm gonna grab an egg. I'll be right back. All right, I went and got us a fridge fresh egg to crack into the whole thing. Because I'm assuming it just means to crack it in before putting it on top of the heat pack. Or maybe crack it in when I put it on, I don't know. We'll figure it out. So how long does this take to cook? 15 minutes. Close box lid for 15 minutes, put in lunchbox. Oh, am I meant to? No, okay. I was thinking, am I meant to put this in something else? Because it seems like it's a pretty good sized container on its own. All right, well, let's combine our ingredients. So first we need our rice. Do not consume if seal is broken or damaged. It's not really a seal per se. Non-minimum sales unit. I'm guessing that's like a rough translation of not intended for an individual sale. So what kind of rice are we looking at here? We're looking at the instant again. It's got that kind of glisten to it, although the light's a little weird out here. It is a warm day again. It doesn't, yeah, it's instant. It's got that texture look to it. And then we need our staple vegetables, which again, I'm pretty sure are this one. All right, I ran it through Translate, and this is definitely the vegetable bag. But I got some weird weird feedback on the. This apparently translates as self-heating pot, self-harm dictionary, vegetable bag. Rougi is very good, but there is idle baggage. I wonder if so. Is Rougi the little mascot guy? I don't know. Interesting. So, yeah, I feel confident this is the vegetable pot. So do they all have weird little things written on them? The answer is yes. Yes, I do. So maybe while this is cooking, we'll look at like a selection of interesting. Oh, that just says rice. Of whatever little interesting things this translates as. So let's finish mixing these together. Like, so let's give me something to do for the 15 minutes while I'm waiting for this to cook. Is Translate app all of the little packages, except for this one, because it doesn't say anything at all, which is why I'm assuming it is the sauce packet. And then maybe we'll just do a little montage of those things while it cooks. So here's our veg. So we got our sprouts in there. Got some seaweed. How's it smell? It smells like vegetables. Just to say, not fantastic, but not awful. I do want I think that's the bamboo. I want that. Ooh, the liquid's getting on things. The shiitake I can do without. Which is that this piece? Nope, there's the shiitake. There's not a lot of shiitake in here. That's a good thing. A lot of these things look familiar, but I don't recognize what they are. What was in the vegetable pack? Corn, carrots. I don't see corn. Carrots, bracken. Yeah, no, I don't think I've ever had bracken before, so I wouldn't recognize that. Maybe that looks like potato. Is that bracken? I don't think there's any potato in this. So maybe that's bracken. It's definitely not carrot. It's definitely not corn. Again, no, corn doesn't sprout. That's soybean. Huh? I don't know what I'm eating here. They're all words I recognize. Well, for the most part, but I don't know what I'm eating. All right, let's add our drinking water, our pure drinking water. And then I'm gonna try to make like a little bed for the egg here, kind of just in the middle. I almost feel like I should have put in the veg first, just because I'm gonna like the rice more than I like anything else in here. But let's make a little egg bed. And we'll crack in our egg. Yeah, I don't normally, I'm very much a stickler for make it the way it says to make it the first time, but this is going to be the only time. So I'm going to make it the best way it says it can be. Not edible, no warm water, no burning. I think that's actually not true at all. I think if you touch this while it's reacting, you're going to get quite a lot of burning, actually. All right, there's our little heat pack. Plop that down the bottom. And, okay, I'm guessing that there is Chinese for fill line. I don't remember if that's what it looked like last time or not, but that's what we're going to do. And just add in some water, just normal filtered drinking water, nothing special. And you can then highlight the fact that this table's not perfectly flat. Well, if I turn it like that, it's not quite to the line. All right, we're just starting to get a little puffage there. I don't think you can see that on the camera. It is puffing up a bit. Starting to bubble. There it goes, it's sizzling. It's sizzling. Let's drop in that. Put on the lid. There's the steam. So in 15 minutes, we should have... Ooh, I can smell it already. In 15 minutes, we should have ourselves some... What was it called? Kimchi style bibimbap self-heating rice. See you in 15 minutes. In the meantime, here are some, maybe some little translations of what is on these packages. All right, that's our 15 minutes up. And I can smell the egg quite strongly. And I'm sure it's cooked. I mean, 15 minutes is way longer than I would normally. It's longer than I would even like hard cook an egg. So I'm sure our egg is well and truly cooked. Should probably have done this before starting our cooking. But let's put together our utensils. Admittedly, it's not a great napkin, but it will do to keep my spoon there off the table. I like that we get like chopsticks and a spoon, like a full-size spoon. Last time we got just the mini spork. And there's more writing on these. It's probably just the brand name Zihaiguo. So yeah, what did you think of those translations? Now, obviously, of course, it's a mechanical translation. It's not like somebody who actually knows the language translated it. So it could legitimately be, not great. But I thought it was fun. And it leads me to believe this brand maybe puts jokes on their packages. So it doesn't say what order. Well, I guess, so kimchi, nori, sesame oil, and then sauce, I guess... It says nori makes it taste better, which I don't know. I would want to put that on last, I would think. It was like dead quiet when I came out here. And now like everything is super noisy. I just got water on my napkin, so my napkin is effectively ruined. So yeah, the egg is definitely a cooked egg. That is an overcooked egg. That yolk is going to be solid, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. So let's put in I think this is our kimchi. Well, it looks like it's going to be kimchi. Ooh, it certainly smells like kimchi. Let's try a little bit of kimchi just on its own before we mix it up, mix all the flavors together. I don't know that I've had kimchi out of a pouch like this before. Not bad. I'm very much someone who can take it or leave it with kimchi. It's certainly not like offensive or anything. I don't hate it, but you know, I've been tempted to buy a jar of it, but I'm the only one that would eat it, and I don't know how often I would eat it. We don't tend to have a lot of Korean food at home, and I don't know what else I would put it in other than have like with Korean food. Now I've got sauce on my hands. Okay, next is our, nope, no flies. Next is our, let's put our oil on next, why not? So this is our sesame oil, it said. Is it? Yep, it is. I've gotten like, no, it was a chili oil I got kind of burnt on in one of these instant noodle packets. I had chili oil and it was just like basically red vegetable oil. It was really disappointing because I happen to actually have, I think I tried it on its own because I happen to have a bottle of chili oil just at hand, possibly from the same video. Well, put in our nori. I actually have a bag of this kind of stuff that I will use on rice or on salads. Oh, we're losing so many of the seeds and stuff are stuck to the inside. Oh, that's a shame. Because I'm not going to just sit here and try to dig those out. What's the nori like on its own? What is it like when it's at home? Kind of flavorless. Definitely not as good as the stuff I have in the cabinet. All right, and let's do our sauce finally. This should be a reasonably spicy sauce because it has like chili powder and like chili oil in it. It's red. Interesting. It's maybe a little ketchup-y. It's sweeter than I would have expected. I'll say that for sure. It is definitely sweeter than I would have thought it would be. All right, so there we go. There is our kimchi style bibimbap self-heating rice bowl. It doesn't look bad. It doesn't look great. We do have an egg in there. We have some rice. We have a fly that has taken a great interest in my lunch here. So that's going to be annoying. So yeah, if you see me making weird hand gestures for the rest of this video, that's what I'm doing. I don't know if it'll necessarily show up on camera, but that's what I'm doing. All right, let's take some whatever this is. Let's get some rice. Get some rice, get some kimchi, get some of the sauce. I'll get a sprout in there as well, why not? Let me get a piece of egg. Get ourselves a little piece of egg here. All right, let's try our Korean kimchi bibimbap style instant, just add water, well, and an egg lunch. Well, definitely getting some spice now and flies. You think I opened some surströmming or something? Oh, this is going to be annoying. Go away. It is both saltier than I would have expected. I mean, I don't know why. It's 86% of my daily sodium here. But it's quite a bit saltier than I thought it was going to be. And also sweeter. There's definitely the heat there. The heat comes out more when you get a good mouthful. And maybe it's because of the kimchi as well. So it's definitely spicier than was when I had any of the bits on their own. But the saltiness really comes out. Maybe it's in the vegetables, because I didn't try any of them on their own. So it might be the vegetables that are adding the saltiness. But no, I think it's a sauce. I think it's the sauce that's making it really salty. It's not bad. I don't dislike the sauce. I think we need to do something else to tone down that saltiness a bit. The rice on its own is fine. It's cooked well enough. Texture's a little slick, kind of like it was in the vegan clay pot chicken thing. I don't like this as much as that. I love the presentation, but I don't like the actual dish as much. Adding the egg is definitely a good idea. The egg does add a little something to it. Definitely can't say that was a bad idea. All these flies are gonna drive me nuts, man. No, now they're dueling. Go away. I think I'm gonna have to wrap this up in pretty short order here. Oh, that's egg mixed in with the rice. Okay, that makes sense. Some eggy rice there. Let's get whatever that is. Get some of that, or not, I guess. That's the soybean sprout, I believe. And I think this is like bamboo. And, oh, that's annoying. Nope, not losing my chopsticks. And a little kimchi, and I think I'm gonna have to like wrap this up. So yeah, this isn't as good as the vegan chicken one was. The egg is definitely a good thing to add to it. Add some more protein. It might be actually tamping down some of that saltiness a little bit too. Because yeah, there's a lot of salting in here. But the rice is nice, it's cooked well. The sauce, once you mix it in a little bit more, is better. My problem is I was just getting, I just had like a glob of sauce on my food. But you really do need to mix this up. That egg really got down in there. So this is probably, all right, we've mixed up a little more. Let's try it now with the sauce a little more evenly dispersed. Because the sauce is weirdly quite salty. I mean, it's not weirdly because salt, again, this is like my entire day's sodium intake in one meal. So I better enjoy it. Another reason to have the egg. If you're gonna have all your sodium for the day, you should have it in something you like. And then I think I'm gonna wrap this up and go inside and finish my lunch where the flies can't harass me. So yeah, that's good. Still not sure what these potatoey things are, if those are the, what was it, bramble? What did it say was in there? Bracken. Yeah, I don't know that I've ever had bracken before, so I don't know if that's what those are or not. But I don't think that's the egg, actually. I think some of this rice is just almost turned into porridge, which is weird. It's like a very thick porridge. See, I don't know if this is the bracken or what this is. Not the shiitake. The shiitake, I only saw a couple pieces of shiitake in here when I was dumping it, so I don't think you get a whole lot of that. I think it's more just there for show than actually be part of your food. Yeah, this is decent. Now, I'm not quite sure what the scenario for this is, because like the other one, the clay pot vegan rice thing, was, I think, compact enough you could carry that like with you on a backpacking or something. And this thing's freaking huge, so I'm really not sure what the use case for this is, but it's not bad. It's interesting. Maybe go to the beach or something. Hopefully somewhere there's not flies. But it's not bad. I don't like it as much as the vegan clay pot chicken. I liked ultimately like the texture that the tofu or the soy chicken substitute added to that. And this is missing that. The egg is nice in it though. I definitely would recommend, if you're gonna make one, put the egg in like it says. If you have one, I mean, if you're taking this to work or something, you probably don't have a fresh egg available, but I don't know your life. I don't know where you work. Maybe you do. But I definitely would say add the egg. Overall, mix in the sauces and stuff, because they did make all the difference in the world. It's not super spicy. We're not talking like Bulldog 2X or anything here, but it has some heat. You get some nice acidity from the kimchi. You get some crunch from the vegetables. So texturally, even though the rice has got that little bit, that slickness to it that we had with the vegan chicken one as well, which I think is just part of the cooking it like this when it's essentially minute rice. Aside from that though, I mean, the other textures cover that up nicely, and the flavors are quite pleasant. It's just, again, just not as good to me as the vegan chicken one was. But I think that's just, I happen to like those flavors better. Right, that ought to keep the flies away. So then I'm gonna go take this inside now and finish eating it where the flies can leave me alone. Although now that I'm wrapping up, they do seem to have gone away, but that's fine. Have you tried anything by Zihaiguo? Is there anything else I should look for and try by them? Because I tried this and I tried the self-heating vegan chicken clay pot rice thing. They had a couple others at the store when I bought this, but I want to say they were mostly like mushroom based, and I'm not a big mushroom person. You may have noticed me complain about mushrooms multiple times on these, and so I avoided those. I bought the two that sounded the most interesting, and then waited until they were out of date to make either one. But yeah, are there any things I should look for? I should try any other self-eating things that you think I'd be able to find in the US that I should look for and I should try? Let me know in the comments. But I hope you found this all interesting or entertaining. If you did, give the video a like, subscribe to the channel. I do thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.